Welcome to South Carolina, where we're living just outside of Greenville. This is the first time ever that we are renting a house rather than an apartment or a townhouse, and we're so excited to share it with you. So come on, let's head inside. When you first walk in, you're greeted with our living room. It's very spacious. There is a bit of natural light when we have the main door open. The next point I want to make, while this is very cozy to have the fireplace here, it's not usable, which is okay, but it does add to the comfort and the cozy of the home. Follow me over to this nook of our living room. In this corner, we have our game and plant area, these little details that really make it feel like a home. Sometimes when you're renting, especially via Furnished Finder, which is how we do this and travel all over the country, sometimes it can feel very unpersonal and that a space is not really yours. So we always like to make sure we have little details like this. Also my flow toys, my hula hoop, and my fire staff, to really just bring the space together and make it feel like ours. Follow me into the kitchen.
Great.
So our kitchen area, actually, I love the design of this. It feels very like old cottage, as you'll see over here with like the bricks and everything. We have a nice table that can fit 4 people, but also it ends up being my workstation half the time. So this window is always great. You all know how I am about my natural lighting. I'll usually turn this into my work area. If you come right over here, we have this beautiful setup, all this white and brick detailing. I am such a fan of the way that this looks. Part of the joys of renting an older home is that it comes with some quirks. And we've had a few different situations. There was a time we had some ants in these little corners. The personality really exists in this house. As you can see here, we also have all the necessary appliances. In the past, in my apartments, I've been without a dishwasher, and so it is just like, you know, a little perk. Also in-unit laundry, which I feel like you kind of have to have for living in a house because you're on an island, you're standing alone. So yes, it's really nice that we have this here. We can just close this right up so that when we're cooking or enjoying just the kitchen portion, so it's not as in your face, I suppose. I guess while we're over here, let's go outside to our back porch. Don't be fooled. It looks like a beautiful day. It's freezing. I'm freezing. I've got goosebumps. Okay, anyway.
What's the temperature?
The temperature, I believe, today is about 26 degrees. One of the wonderful things about living here specifically is that we have a yard. So I've been able to play with my hula hoop, spin my fire staff. Logan's been able to poi. It's been super awesome. We've also had some meals out here when it was warmer. And that's just another perk of living in a house that we haven't really had before in our rented spaces. All right, back inside we go, because I'm freezing. Also, love that our landlords do this. We are guarded by Simply Safe, so we always feel safe in this house for the most part. This is not sponsored, but it could be. Over here we have the coffee machine, one of the most important appliances, arguably. The only thing about this specific model is that my reusable little guys like wouldn't work in it. So unfortunately now I have to contribute to plastic waste and get K-cups.
And Logan's tea station.
And Logan's tea station as well. One other thing that's great about Furnished Finder that works out super well for us specifically, picture a long-term Airbnb. Every place that you go is going to be equipped with the basics, everything you need. We don't have to bring our knife set every time we come. We don't have to bring our own Tupperware or pots and pans. We don't have to bring our own towels, all of that. Such a relief when we travel that everything is, for the most part, set up for us the way that we need it. What's next? Yeah, I guess just follow me into the spare bedroom. Yeah, I said that, a spare bedroom. We have a guest room, and not that we have had a ton of guests. As you can see over here, we have been packing once again for Groove Cruise. And so this room has been phenomenal for just throwing all of our stuff out, having our suitcases open all over the floor to, you know, have that extra space is big. Even though there's only 2 of us, it's actually been super helpful to have an affordable place with extra space. One note that I will make though is that maybe it's because it's an old home, I don't exactly know why, but this room is not equipped with a closet. I don't know why I keep saying the word equipped, but there's no closet in this room. We rely on that thing, this clothing rack, for most of Logan's clothes. We also have a couple different dressers. And one thing I also love about this one is that it turns into a desk. Another thing I really love about this is because all of my work is remote in all aspects, I can turn this into a workspace. And it's really helpful for me to be able to change around where I'm working, where I'm sitting, in order to be really effective in my work. And so it's really nice to have this as another option to be comfortably seated and, you know, have the space that I need to do the work. Also, mirrors. Really nice that they give us this one. We didn't bring this, but I love that they have this. Another use for this room in my head is kind of like a media room. I keep my tripods, my ring lights, my other lighting, all of that kind of stuff. I also have the printer plugged in back here behind this bed because there's no other place to put it in the house. So this also becomes kind of a room for that. Let's move into the bathroom, which does have a closet, unlike this bedroom, which is actually super helpful, again, with storage, because we obviously have, you know, all of our toiletries and things. We also have all these towels, backup bath mats. And then we just have your standard bathroom. It's a little bit tight in here, so like not a lot of room to tango. I guess there could be a ton of natural light. I was trying to find the words to explain, but you're backlit when you look into the mirror. Oh my God, this whole time there's been a red mark on my face. You didn't even tell me.
I thought it was a pimple.
Here we have a toilet. Okay, it's a bathroom. Let's go. Okay, and last but not least, welcome. A couple things I will note is because, as we said, this is an older house, so a lot of the furniture is older too. So like, we have to be careful on the bed. Is that a crazy thing to say? No, I mean, like, I feel like every time I sit on this bed, you hear it go, like, cling, cling. Well, I know it's just an older bed. Because we're all about transparency on this channel, I want you to know that I made this bed specifically for this video, because I always want to bring the real, and this is definitely not the real reality of every day. One thing that we've learned from traveling is something that should be very evident, but we've really got a better understanding of the different lifestyles that people have, depending on where in the world you're situated, including financially. Like, for example, we've noticed that things are a lot cheaper in the South. And granted, we are not the owner of this home, but this has been cheaper. This whole house has been cheaper than some of the other apartments that we've rented in the past. And I do believe that that is due to the cost of living, the property taxes. It's just different everywhere you go. And I think because of that, this rotation that we're in, this time in our lives, I feel like it's been easier to kind of be like, whatever, let's just do everything, because it feels a lot cheaper than, like, for example, living in Chicago or living in California. It's just different. That is also why this seems so affordable to us. We completely understand that someone who maybe grew up here in the South, in South Carolina, might have a different expectation because the wages could be different, the income could be different. To offer a little bit of scope about what this entire house and yard costs, this is about half the price of what we were paying for our apartment in Washington, D.C. So I can link the video up here if you want to go and check that out and compare. Another nice thing about living in a home is that we don't have to pay for parking. And in addition to all the storage that we have inside, we also have a little shed outside. And that's been really helpful in storing some of our bigger things, our luggage, our snowboards, all of that kind of stuff. So on the flip side of that, living in a suburb is a little bit different. It's less access to restaurants and events and a lot of things going on. Not to say that that doesn't happen in the suburbs, but we're in more of a neighborhood rather than the complex surrounded by other complexes and businesses. And therefore, it definitely slows down the lifestyle a little bit, because instead of walking out your front door and being in the hub of all these things, you know, you're driving or walking over to that area. The last thing to highlight is our closet, which is kind of like my closet. And did you bring this or did they supply this? They supplied this. Look at it can keep so many shoes, none of which are mine. Let it be known. There is a pretty decent amount of space. I don't love this like double shelving, but that's just personal preference. All in all, I really enjoy renting a house, especially because there have been people that will come mow the lawn and clean up all the leaves. I was afraid that that was going to be my responsibility when we moved here, but luckily it was not. And so that's just like another perk of renting rather than buying a place. If you want to look comparatively to a couple of other cities, I can link a playlist here with all of our previous dwellings, and you can kind of compare and contrast for yourself based on the city and the type of living. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions or what your favorite type of living situation has been in your life. And make sure you're subscribed. It's free, a free way to support the channel. Last time I checked, like 88% of my watchers are not subscribed, and I don't know why. So just do that, it's free. And keep living large, and we'll catch you on the flip.
You shouldn't just gyrate either.
I just